All right. Want to be respectful of everybody's time. So again, thank you so much for joining us today. We are very excited about the presentations and the incredible lineup of speakers that we have. So to start off the presentation today, we have with us our ISSA EMEA Director, Tony D'Andre. And Tony oversees our office in Milan with an incredible team there, and also our ISSA Polari Network show, which will be coming up next May, and this October we've got our forum. So we'll be telling you a little bit about that. But Tony, if you would, we'll have you start to kick it off and really kind of utilize your insight, your knowledge of the value of clean, and definitely the vast opportunities of changing the way the world views cleaning.
Yeah. Wow, this is a real global event. So good morning to the American, good afternoon to the European and Middle Eastern, and good evening to Asia, and good night to Oceania. Thank you, Kim, for giving me the floor. Thank you, Amy, for helping me with the slides, and thank you, Informa, for inviting me to this global show webinar on the opportunities in the global cleaning industry. So I'm very pleased to be able to talk to you about my personal vision and share with you my thoughts on the fast approaching great opportunities in the sector, in the service sectors, and especially in the professional cleaning industry. I do believe that these are opportunities to be seized. In his wonderful book, How We Got to Now, Stephen Johnson sets out what he sees as the 6 innovations that have brought us from an agriculture to a post-industrial society in the last 200 years. Time, from pendulum clocks to radiometric dating. Glass, from crystal to smartphones. Light, from spermaceti oil to fusion reactors. Cold, from ice harvesting to air conditioning. Sound, from photonautograph to ultrasound imaging. And clean, from sewers to clean rooms. Dirty water has killed more humans than all the wars of history combined, but in the last 150 years, a series of radical ideas, extraordinary innovations, and unsung heroes have changed the world. Johnson plunges into a sewer understand that made the maverick engineer decide to leave the city of Chicago with the screw jacks in order to build America's first sewer system. He talks about John Leal, who deliberately poisoned the water supply of 200,000 people when, without authorization, he added chlorine, considered lethal in 1908, into Jersey City's water and made it safe to drink. This is not only about the world becoming a cleaner place. The iPhone, the subway, flat screen TVs, and even the bikini are the result of the valiant effort of the unsung heroes of clean. So the act or art of cleaning merits a place of honor in social history and in our collective imagination. Not only is cleaning necessary for our survival, it is also how we express in concrete material terms our human dignity and sociality. Think about what would happen if cleaning services ceased to operate, even for a few hours. Think about how our perceptions of places would change as a result. Imagine what hospitals, nursery schools, public transport vehicles, shopping centers and malls, streets, popular gathering points would become if suddenly deprived of cleaning services. In hardly any time, they will be, depending on which you choose, under attack from foul smells and toxic fumes, or overrun with insects and rats. It would be like being cast back into Middle Ages where we would not survive. Here is an interesting fact that not many people know. Globally, the past decade has seen more than 50 billion square meters of new concrete laid, which is the equivalent of a new Empire State Building every 25 minutes. In 1 year, as many buildings were built as there are buildings in the whole of Japan. And the trend, which is a positive news, shows no signs of slowing. It has been estimated that in the next 40 years, 230 billion square meters of new building will be built, the equivalent of a new Paris every week. There are two key drivers propelling the progress of the cleaning industry. First, the rising global population, which is driving demand for new buildings. And second, the rate of modernization of several nations, which, as they modernize, will introduce progressively stricter health and hygiene rules. The upgrading to Western standards of the hygiene rules and practices of many emerging countries, along with the ongoing expansion of the built environment, will generate a truly massive demand for cleaning services. Now, consider the importance of expertise and competence for productivity, and consider also the consequent importance that professional training and qualification we have for our industry. The high incidence of labor-intensive operations that characterize many cleaning services will eventually give way to mechanization and robotization. Manual labor, which now accounts for more than 80% of the total cost, will have to be redirected towards control and management rather than execution. Consider, for instance, the productivity and efficiency gains in the world of the agriculture. Between 1700 and 1890, total productivity increased 90-fold. Between 1950 and 1985, grain production increased by 193%. In 1928, the number of farm tractors in use in Italy, for instance, was 1,800. And by 1997, 60 years later, it was 1,700,000. In the United States, in 1912, there were in use less than 1,500 tractors and more than 5 million horses and mules. In 1960, the number of horses and mules decreased to less than 3 million, and the number of tractors reached the number of 30 million. From 1948 to 2017, total factor productivity increased at an annual rate of 1.5%. The substantial increase in total agriculture production can be attributed to the advent of new technologies, innovations, and process improvements in the farm sectors. These range from improved seeds varieties, genetic enhancement in livestock, advanced machinery that comes equipped with global positioning system, and robotics, among other innovations. To be effective, a plan to boost productivity and efficiency needs to know about the how and the where. In agriculture, the process is clear. Emerging countries, Africa, for instance, we have Africa in front of us, those whose populations and urbanized area are expanding more rapidly will definitely enjoy the advantage of building new places designed from our outset with accessibility and cleaning services in mind. New materials are able to predict the pattern of dirt accumulation and can thus help it. Self-cleaning glass and sensor-equipped surfaces will be the typical fixtures in the new building. Not all countries will have the same experience, however. For example, in my home country of Italy, 4 out of 5 buildings date to before than the year 2000, and 1 in 5 to before 1919. Most public edifices, hospitals, train stations, schools, government office, and the like, they were built between 1920 and 1980. New technologies will enable us to mechanize certain cleaning processes in ways that once seemed impossible. A great revolution is in offing, and we want to be in the vanguard of the coming change. The service sector, the cleaning industry in particular, are unique in that they meet the demand of public and private sectors alike in a myriad of different ways. In these last 2 years, the pandemic has clearly demarked a before and an after in the world, and cleaning has acquired a new position of prominence in the collective imagination. During those long initial months of infections and restrictions, before the benefits of masks, drugs and vaccines were being felt, it came to be generally understood that the cleanliness is the most effective way of preventing the spread of disease by breaking the chain of transmission on frequently touched surfaces, beginning with our own hands. Nothing is more important than hand hygiene. This is demonstrated by numerous studies which show that good hand hygiene alone could prevent 40% of infections. Allow me to mention a few statistics relating to the cleaning services industry. I want to raise some awareness of the importance of our work for the world. Europe has more than 290,000 cleaning services companies employing 4 million people and now producing a turnover of 120 billion euros, which is the result of an average annual rate of a growth of 9% for the last 25 years. The number for the United States are quite similar, around 3 million employees in an industry whose turnover grew by 5.7% between 2016 and 2021. It should amount to just over $80 billion in 2022. Hiring by the industry is expected to increase by 4% per year between now and 2029. Anthropologically speaking, the cleaning services industry is also the largest experiment in social and cultural integration that any country has ever carried out. More than 70% of workers are immigrants, more than 70% are women, more than 70% of the services, at least in Europe, are provided at night. We are mindful of the multi-ethnic makeup that prevails among workers in the industry. And we recognize, moreover, that the increasingly globalized nature of cities necessitates the promulgation and acceptance of a culture of cleanliness that, drawing on what is best from different cultures and experience, establishes optimal standards that are conducive to modern civil coexistence. The success of a modernity in a country can essentially be measured by looking at how it plans its future and how much it values cleanliness. A joined-up approach to the planning of a circumstances area, be it an urban space or place of work, to facilitate its cleaning, management, and safe and effective maintenance, including the deployment for advanced technology, drastically reduce the latter cost that will arise in connection with maintenance and compliance with environmental rules regulating the consumption of energy, water, and moreover detergents. Before I end, I want to share with you one last thought, and it is that cleaning is always an investment and not a cost. In the health sector, the statistics prove the truth of this in unequivocal terms. In 1 year, nearly 4 million people in Europe contract HCAI, healthcare-associated infection. Of these, approximately 90,000 die. Every health-associated infection costs the national system anywhere between $10,000 and $36,000. Econometric models show that for every 1% increase in spending on cleaning services, infection rates fall by between 0.12 and 0.20%. A hospital that cut its cleaning budget by $50,000 would therefore end up incurring an additional and immediate term cost of more than $100,000 in the short term as a result of increased infections. In Europe, the average incidence of healthcare-associated infection is around 8%, and the incidence rise to more than 30% among patients in intensive care. In the final analysis, cleaning is an investment because a safe and well-run property has a higher commercial value. So, as we have seen, exciting years lie in store. As you embark on challenging journey into the future, ISSA, whose business is concentrated in this industry, specifically in the organization of trade fairs, conferences, forums, training courses and certification activities, consultancy, institutional gathering and meetings, can be a reliable and ever-present travel companion. To meet the challenges, we will have to work on 3 separate fronts. Integrated planning and design, which means being organic in nature, integrated planning and design touches on several different areas at once. Skill, competencies, and training, which refer mainly to work qualification and the integration of different skills. And finally, probably the most important, respect and gratitude, which being a recognition that work done by others is a necessary contribution to all our welfare and enable us to feel that we belong to a modern society. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you for that very enlightening presentation. And I think we all know, and as I welcome a lot of our very loyal, longtime members that are joining us for this webinar, and also prospective members from all around the world today. You know, ISSA next year will be celebrating our 100th anniversary. So truly the value of clean and the cleaning for health and the environment is really what ISSA is all about. And I think for all of us that have been passionately involved in it for years, understand the importance of it. From the products that are manufactured to those that are distributed out to the incredible building service contractors and all of the facilities and all of the individual workers that help to clean all over the world, how important it is. And with that being said, ISSA made a very strategic decision in 2019 to partner with the leading for-profit trade association or trade company organizer, Informa Markets. And with that partnership, this really gave us the global reach to be able to, you know, tell in different regions, different countries, individuals all around the world, really our mission of changing the way the world views cleaning. And we could not be happier. We're 3 years in and we're growing. And I'm very excited to introduce Greg Hamilton, Executive Vice President of Informa, who oversees the aviation, agriculture, infrastructure, and construction portfolios, which is where the ISSA shows all fall into. So Greg, welcome, and thank you for joining us today. And thank you very much for the partnership.
Thank you, Kim, and it's great to be here. And I may look like I'm out in space right now, but actually I'm on the ground. I'm in a big building in New York City in Manhattan, a really clean building. So thanks to all of you. And thank you for attending. It's really great to see the turnout today. As Kim mentioned, my role at Informa is leading 3 vertical market families, aviation, ag, and this large group infrastructure and construction, which is where our ISSA partnership resides. And I'm just going to take a few minutes because there's a lot of great content coming up, but I'd just like to talk about Informa as an ISSA show producer and industry partner, and especially what we bring to the party, especially as we are discussing global growth and opportunities. So my parent company, Informa PLC, you can see here, I won't go through all the data. It's a large public company with extensive resources. And our main focus is to serve what we call specialist communities, niche communities with various products, including the face-to-face events, digital media, and data that serve these communities. Commercial cleaning and facilities management is one such community that we are highly engaged with, and with the ISSA. And Kim, thanks to you all too for your partnership. It's been just a great friendship and partnership, I must say. So thank you for that. The goal of this enterprise is to deliver knowledge, connections, and value, and to help our community succeed and grow. So if you grow, we grow. It's very simple, easier said than done, but that's our mantra. What we also bring to the party is a global DNA with offices and leadership, talent, local culture, and experience really all over the globe. You can see that here. We're in 30 plus countries. We have customers in 170 countries. So when we talk global opportunities, we're definitely working and operating around the world, as so many of you are all the time. Next slide. And this infrastructure supports a huge portfolio of face-to-face events. You can see ISSA in there near the middle, but you can also see a number of other industries around the world that this large company produces, supports, partners with. It's the largest B2B trade show producer in the world. So again, in terms of resources that we're trying to help the ISSA and all of you with in terms of engaging customers anywhere they might be, in this really growing industry, we're really positioned well to make that happen. Next slide. And of course, that includes the mix of ISSA events, from the big show that we produce in the USA to the internal joint venture shows that we work with our other geographic divisions around the world, to many ISSA events that we partner with and lend support in various ways. So just with that, you can see we're enthusiastic about supporting and expanding the international events that are being discussed today and the global expansions because we feel we can help everyone here connect with customers and win. But in this slide, yeah, go back one. In this slide, just want to show you there's more to this that we can bring as we develop our data and community approach to our business. And this is a list of the vertical markets that Informa represents. So as I mentioned, I have 3 or 4 of these, maybe some subsectors, but you can see it goes well beyond the group I represent to many, many markets. And many of these are end user communities for the commercial cleaning industry. We actively serve and engage the C-levels in these industries, as well as operations and facility management within these sectors and their subsectors. So the power of our data, the people who attend our events and use our digital products are represented and within the data sets of the larger company. Next slide. So here's how that all looks in 10 priority customer sectors. These were identified by the ISSA as 10 big markets. I know there are many others that this group serves, but these are big markets that are priorities for commercial cleaning globally. Everything from airports and airlines to hospitality, retail, stadiums and arenas, entertainment venues. And what we did is we dug into our data lake and looked for how much audience do we have in these 10 industries. And it turns out we have about almost 1.5 million records, first-party data in our databases that cover these markets, 700,000 total locations. So in terms of being able to reach out and touch and engage and attract your customers to the events and the other things that we're doing together is really quite powerful. And it's something that we're working to really build into our game as we support, especially the more global events. So I'm going to conclude there. I know we have a lot of content coming up, but I just want to give you a flavor about what this partnership is all about and what's behind it. We're excited about the opportunity to work with all of you in this industry and the ISSA Association and all the folks involved in this webinar today. We're committed to bringing investment, global capabilities, and customer audiences to the party. And with that, thanks again for listening. I look forward to the coming presentations, and back to you, Kim.
Thank you, Greg, very much. I think everyone can really, from a taste of what Greg presented, really kind of see strategically what we're looking to do together really is create a marketplace around the world internationally. You can see the overlapping markets that both the association and the cleaning industry share with Informa, and really the incredible opportunities that are out there. So to start now, we have a wonderful team of representatives from around the world that represent not all, but a good amount of our upcoming shows for this year. So we are going to start it off with China. And Jade, if you could give us an overview, please, of the upcoming show coming up in August.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Kim, and thank you everyone for attending this global webinar. Hello, I'm Jade Liao, Senior Overseas Marketing and Sales Manager of Sino Expo, the JV of Informa Markets in China. We are based in Shanghai, and we are the show organizer of China Clean Expo. Sino Expo became the local representatives for ICC Chinese operation from last year, so I also work as ICC China Manager. I'm very glad to be here today to give you some quick facts of China Clean Expo. I'm proud to say that China Clean Expo is the largest cleaning show in China and has the history of over 20 years. The CCE show has huge implications for East China, South China, North China, and other key areas of domestic economic development. CCE was integrated into the Hotel and Shop Plus show a few years ago. Hotel and Show Plus is China's leading hospitality and commercial space event, also organized by Sinexpo. It can bring lots of commercial cleaning end users to CCE, like hoteliers, retailers, shopping mall operators, and real estate developers, which is unique advantage and resource. Last year, there were more than 400 companies exhibited in CCE to showcase their latest products and solutions, despite the COVID situation. The number of professional visitors in total of Hotel and Shop Plus, including CCE, exceeded 120,000. Under the partnership between ISSA and Informal Markets, we succeeded in setting the ISSA Pavilion at China Clean Expo 2021 for the first time with great industrial feedback. Normally, the CCE show is held in Shanghai in late March, early April every year, but this year's edition has been postponed to 25th to 27 August in Nanjing because of the 2-month lockdown in Shanghai since March. So far, we have 11 confirmed exhibitors in the ISSA Pavilion, including Canon, 3M, iTeam, Lanxess, as well as local premium manufacturers. We also have other big names on the CCE show floor, such as Kimberly-Clark, Rubbermaid, and Gaussian. We are now preparing for the upcoming CCE Nanjing show in full swing. We also have CCE Shenzhen show scheduled to be held from 14th to 16th December 2022. Why Shenzhen? Because it is the core city of the Greater Bay Area, an important national economic development strategy for China as part of the government's 13th five-year plan. So we launched the CCE Shenzhen targeting this emerging area. Next year, CCE will back to Shanghai, planned to take place from 28th to 31st March 2023. So if you would like to develop your business into China market, but cannot travel to China this year because time is very tight or maybe because of international travel restrictions, you can consider joining our 2023 China Clean Expo, especially in the ISSA Pavilion, to enjoy value-added promotion and speaking opportunity. We can also offer digital package to international companies who wants to reach China market without physical attendance. We launched our own B2B website, www.qjgle.com, dedicated to the cleaning sector based on rich resources we have on cleaning industry in China for many, many years. The English website will go live soon. Registered suppliers can present their company profile and innovative products on this B2B website, gain brand exposure, and receive business inquiries. So that's what I want to share today. If you're interested to learn more about the China Clean Expo, you can contact me directly, and I'm always happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Jade, very much. And just so everybody knows that is participating on the webinar, we will be giving you contact information for each of the regions. So for any specific questions you have, please today, if you want to add them into the chat or time at the end. But if you do have questions afterwards, or you're interested in any of these regions getting more information, we'll be able to put you in touch with everyone. But I think what we can see, we're happy, that things are getting better in China. We obviously know how strict it is, and I think we've all learned through COVID, right? It's still challenging, and really, truly, here again, the importance of cleaning. As Tony mentioned, hand hygiene, cleaning for health, budgeting that into your budget. It is not going to go away. COVID or flus, pandemics. So we really, really have to understand the importance of that. And there are incredible products and innovations coming out that you can view at all of these shows. So thank you, Jade. Up next is Jess, who will be telling us a little bit about the shows coming up in Mexico, which is also in August. Jess, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Good morning here in Mexico, the US, and good evening from where you are here in this webinar. Thank you very much for the audience that is connected. And yes, I'm Yesenia Vasquez. I'm the brand director of two important portfolios of Informa Markets. One is for the hospitality industry, and the other one is for the healthcare industry. And I'm very happy to be part of this world cleaning industry. Since 2021, we started to do this ISSA pavilion between these two important shows in Mexico. One is called Abastur, that's a hospitality industry. This is a very strong show. It's the most or the biggest show in Latin America, where we have 400 exhibitors confirmed for this year. All the suppliers for hotels, restaurants, catering, and coffee shops are confirmed for this year. And then we have ExpoMed on the other side, that is the healthcare show, where we have also a congress for the healthcare industry. Also in Abastur, we have a hospitality congress, and you can check all these in our web pages of the shows. But talking specifically of the ISSA pavilion that we're having this year again, you can have more information in our webpage of the pavilion that I will send it to you, of course. And well, the dates for our shows is from August 31st to September 2nd. And we're expecting more than 16,000 visitors, attendees, and buyers of a very high profile, because we have a big database, and we're doing right now, we're only 8 weeks ahead of the shows. And we're just working very hard on this promotion to these attendees and to have all these buyers that we're mentioning. The cleaning industry is very important, as Tony mentioned and Kim has mentioned before. Of course, in Mexico is not behind of this. And it's very important to present all these products, the Congress as well, the certification in the ISSA, and everything that you can get into this in this association is very important for your industry. And you can connect with all these hospitals, clinicals, laboratories in ExpoMed, and of course, all the hotels, restaurants, and cafeterias in Abastur. So I'll be more than welcome and more than happy to welcome you in Mexico this August coming, 31st of August to the 2nd of September. My email, if you want to contact me directly, you can see it here, yesenia.vasquez@informa.com. So you can contact me, and please, I will more than happy to help you, and very welcome in Mexico City this coming August. Thank you very much, Kim.
Thank you, Jess. Yes, we're very, very excited about our second year with the Abastur and ExpoMed shows. And what's really nice is the ISSA Pavilion sits right in between the two shows. We're growing, and we've actually partnered with a great alliance partner of ours, which is IFMA, International Facility Managers Association. So they are part of the ISSA Pavilion. They also support us with a great educational lineup that we have with the ISSA Congreso. So we'll look forward to seeing you, Jess, in August. So thank you. So up next, you know, I'm very excited because this was kind of my baby, the ISSA show North America, and it's obviously in great hands with Amy and the Informa team. But we are going to introduce you to Iris, who's going to give you a little oversight into the show coming up in October. And we're so excited to be back. We haven't been in Chicago since, what's it been, 6 years now, Iris?
That is correct, Kim. Hello, everyone.
Yep, no, all yours, Iris. Take it away.
All right. So hello, everyone. My name is Iris Weinstein, and I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships and Trade Show Sales for the ISSA Show North America. The ISSA Show North America is thrilled to welcome the professional cleaning industry to Chicago this October 10th through the 13th. We have not been to Chicago since 2016. And our show rotates between Chicago and Las Vegas. Chicago is located in the Midwest, which is a central location, easy to access from both the East Coast as well as the West Coast of the United States. And it is an international destination. In addition, there's a lot of good food, a lot of good cultural opportunities, and just a lot of really good people. This is my hometown. The Midwest is home to many of our ISSA members, as well as a lot of our industry can easily access, Chicago, either by car, train, and obviously by plane. We expect about 15,000 attendees this year. And based on a lot of surveys that we have done over the years, Attendees are coming to see the latest innovations and technology. They're really coming to meet with industry colleagues, ones that you have, met over many, many years, as well as meeting new people, as well as staying up to date with industry trends and seeing competition from around the globe. We have anywhere between 10 to 15% of our audience, our attendee audience, is international, as well as our exhibitors. Last year, we had attendees from top countries, including Canada, Italy, Brazil, and Mexico. We will have 600 plus exhibitors this year on the show floor displaying unique and innovative products. Many of the exhibiting companies will have be participating in the Innovation Award Program. The Innovation Award Program is in its 13th year, and this is where companies get to showcase the new innovations and technologies and have the opportunity to win the Industry Choice Awards, the Innovation of the Year Award, and our newest award, which is our Environment and Sustainability Award. Don't miss out on offering solutions to the best-in-class audience. Education. Education is a huge component for our industry and for the one time of the year that we get together. We have over 100 education sessions, both on and off the show floor. Get up-to-date industry data from trusted sources, enhance your knowledge of pressing topics, and of course, hear from some amazing spotlight speakers. This year, we have Derek Kayango, Bill Rancic, and Sarah Moshman. Relationships. For 2+ years, we have all been challenged on interacting. Many of us are on Zoom or a digital platform, meeting with customers, meeting, with vendors and partners, but we really have this great opportunity to meet face-to-face. Last year in Las Vegas, we had over 10,000 attendees join us for the ISSA show, and we are expected, obviously, to have over 15,000. Nothing can replace face-to-face. So, and value. The show has been a go-to resource for the cleaning industry for 75 years. How many other events and shows have you gone to with such length and such history? This is the time that you're going to be, deciding on maximizing your time and your financial resources, as well as your staff resources and staff time, by exhibiting and, of course, attending our one event that has it all. We have C-level, we have directors, we have managers, we have frontline workers that attend our event, and there's no other show that encompasses the entire supply chain. For those that are interested in exhibiting, we have exhibit space available on the show floor. We have sponsorship opportunities. We have a great team behind us that can help you find everything that you need. Please contact sales@issashow.com so we can provide you with a variety of opportunities. We look forward to seeing you in Chicago this year.
Thank you, Iris. I'm looking forward to it myself. It'll be wonderful to see a lot of our members and our exhibitors and meet some new ones. So definitely could not agree more how important the value of face-to-face is. So up next, we're going to go to one of my favorite international cities, Milan. So could Katerina?
Yes.
If you could give us a little, Katerina's going to give us a little update on 2 events that'll be hosted in Milan, one coming up this October and then one next May.
Exactly. Thank you, Kim. And hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Caterina Ranieri, and I'm in charge of the 2 main projects in Italy, which are the Forum Polire and the ISSA Polire Milan. The Forum is an international congress to be held in October of this year. And the latter, the show, is an international trade show that will be celebrated next year in May. Starting from the Forum, It gathers the entire professional cleaning and integrated service sector. It is a think tank and a place to be for networking. The themes to be discussed this year are the value of memory and the building of a civil conscience, designing for occupational health and safety, and integrating services management under the new normal. As you can see, the project has been supported by many sponsors, which are key players, and endorsed by AFMI. As mentioned here before, it is the International Facility Management Association, and we are very happy about that. Before moving to the next slide, I would like to inform you that the registration to attend the forum is open, and you can participate to the gala dinner as well, which is right in the middle of the two conferences days, and it represents an incredible moment for networking. Of course, the ISSA member benefit from a dedicated rate. Now, moving to the trade show. Well, what I can tell you for sure about this show is that after 25 editions, it is an intrinsic capacity of creating value, evolving and responding to the needs of the market. Indeed, the ultimate great change is that we moved the show from Verona, a small and romantic city, to a polyhedric and international metropolis, which is Milan. Milan is considered as the business capital of Italy and the ideal gateway to Europe with its 3 international airports. There will be no double stepovers as it was to reach Verona, and the percentage of 30% international visitors reckoned in 2019, so the edition in Verona, is meant to increase significantly here in Milan. By the way, Milan is not only business, it is also a city able to offer a complete, enjoyable experience. It is a city devoted to fashion, culture, and sports. And for all the fans here, when it comes to talking about sports, it is inevitable to mention the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. And now, going back to our event, the chosen venue is Fiera Milano. It is a state-of-the-art exhibition center that covers a vast area of 20 pavilions that will host 2 further events worthy to be mentioned, respectively, a co-located trade show and a co-hosted event. In fact, in the same date of our ISSA Pulire, another exhibition called Tutto Food takes place. It is the B2B show for the entire agri-food ecosystem, which is the reference point for the food and beverage supply chain. This is a very strategic co-location because visitors of Tutto Food represents the final users for the cleaning sector. Namely, Tutto Food welcomes visitors from the HoReCa sector, restaurants, shopping center, and once again, this is an excellent way for the cleaning industry to broaden its business. Same concept for the co-hosted event, this time inside our show. There is a brand new area called the Disinfestando Pavilion, which is dedicated to the pest management sector, and it will cover up to 800 square meters. As you may have understood, the show has been conceived in order to have an inclusive exhibition, able to exploit the very cross-sector nature of the cleaning industry and providing more value to all the stakeholders. These are the reasons why you cannot miss this show as visitor or as exhibitor. And in this latter case, please note that till September, there is an early bird extension rate. So please take advantage of this opportunity. I am much looking forward to welcoming you in Milan and experiencing the show with this beautiful community we are all part of. Many thanks.
Thank you, Caterina. I know I will definitely be in Milano. I'm really looking forward to it. Beautiful as Verona is, I think it's going to be an incredible opportunity to really grow the show, both from an exhibitor standpoint and with the attendance, having it being moved to Milano. So with that, we're going to take you on over to Singapore. And Janice is going to give us an update on the upcoming show that we'll be hosting together with a nice ISSA pavilion in November or end of October, right after the ISSA show.
Thank you,
Janet?
Kim. Thank you, Kim. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone around the world. I'm very pleased to join this webinar. I'm Janice, the event director of FHA Food and Beverage, which will be held from the 5th to the 8th of September, and followed by FHA HORICA from 25th to 28th of October in Singapore. FHA has over 44 years history, so we have a large database in the food and hospitality industry. FHA, F&B, and HORICA altogether has over 100,000 square meters. And due to the size of Singapore Expo, this year we will have 2 different shows at 2 different dates, as I mentioned. For HORICA itself, we're going to have over 50,000 square meters with 800 plus exhibitors already confirmed from 40 countries and regions. And we are very pleased to have 15 international pavilions, and we are expecting to welcome 25,000 trade visitors coming around the world. Why you need to exhibit in ISSA Pavilion at HORICA? As simple as FHA is one of the most international events in Asia Pacific in the food and hospitality industry. And with the history, we have a huge database, and you will be able to meet over 10,000 key buyers at C-level in this industry. Of course, not sure around the world if you notice that there is a really strong rebound in the Southeast Asia tourism. Just within Southeast Asia, there's many travel within these regions. So there is a forecast of 1.5 billion in the hotel investment this year. This is an obvious demand. There is a very obvious demanding on maintaining the clean and hygiene environment after COVID. There is a recognized clean hotel icon. It's widely used and applied in the hotel industry in Singapore. And Singapore is one of the leading countries that have lifted the travel restrictions around April this year. According to the Singapore Tourism Board, they are expected to reach 80% of the tourism as per 2019 pre-COVID stage by this year, end of the year. Not to mention, followed by Katrina, this year with the sport, F1 is going to come back to Singapore. So the hotel will be very packed. And that's the good timing for you all to showcase your clean and hygiene products at FHA. So don't miss the chance to tap on the Southeast Asia area. And I'm Janice, and you can get my contacts after the webinar. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Janice, very much. Singapore is probably, there's a lot of clean cities and countries out there, but probably Singapore is one of the cleanest and so beautiful.
It is indeed. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, up next, we're going to head on over to India and Prashant. And we're very excited to be hosting our second edition of the ISSA Show India and Conference coming up early November. Prashant?
Thank you, Kim. India is known for its diversity. You know, we all know that. India has the world's largest rail network. India has the world's largest democracy, which is currently, right? And we are one of the most populated country in the world. Hello, everyone. I'm Prashant, ISSA representative in India and a senior project director with Informa Markets in India. ISSA, we started our journey in India a couple of years back when we started doing the research for the cleaning market in India. And it was in 2020, at the midst of the pandemic, we concluded our first virtual event, which was Biorisk Symposium. We connected close to 2,100 FM professionals from across the industry verticals within the India. Then it was 2021, last year in October, we put in our first in-person event, which was ISSA Conference India, which got together 275 serious buyers from the FM and the cleaning sector. And now the next step is the ISSA India Show and Conference to be taken place in Mumbai, 3rd and 4th of November at Nehru Center. And as I mentioned in my slide, cleaning and hygiene product is the next big need in India, right? And that is what, you know, so I would rather say that, you know, with the grocery over here, people are also looking for, you know, to buy the cleaning product with them. That's the awareness the country is going through currently. And of course, the government initiative, which, you know, a very, very popular program which the government of India kicked off in 2014, the Clean India mission has really brought the increased demand of the cleaning and hygiene projects in the region. And not only Clean India Mission, there are multiple programs which country is running to boost this particular hygiene and cleaning sector of India, which is going to be actually contributing in the growing economy. As you see on the slide, United Nations very recently, set this data wherein India's GDP is set to grow at 6.4% in 2022, making the fastest growing major economy in the world. This is in itself is a very, very strong reason for the global brands to invest in India. And ISSA show is one platform which is going to give you that opportunity to interact with the prospective buyers and the delegates here. The growing infrastructure. I mean, the government, it is very, very important to mention this program as the 90 cities across the India, are going to be converted into smart cities. Now, when this is going to happen, certainly there is going to be a demand of a latest technology into cleaning. The facilities are getting created, revamped. There are companies who are now looking at India to open as a regional headquarters. And that too is also one of the very, very strong reasons for the companies definitely should come and invest in India. ISSA show and conference. This show is going to be the highlight for the Indian cleaning market in the South region. The show is a 2-day show wherein we will be looking at putting up an exhibition. It's a larger platform, what we have done in last 2 years. You will get an opportunity to display products, services. There is a high-level conference which we're looking at to put up. The marketing plan is in place. We are going all out, the on-ground activities. So this is very important for people to know that how we are going to bring these people, the buyers, to the show. For in-person, meeting, a door-to-door representative of ISSA team will be going and inviting these senior FM professionals who are taking care of their facilities within their premises. So that's what we are looking at putting up in 2022 with India. We are all geared up and we look forward to invite the world to be a part of this show. I'm Prashant Jain, and we are present in all the social media platforms. You can reach out to me on my email ID, which will be shared by the team after this webinar. Thank you so much. I look forward to welcoming you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashant. We definitely, again, an incredible part of the world, India, and we definitely know the importance of cleaning there too, and the opportunities that are there. So we are going to round out our little global tour here with Tanya and a little update on our upcoming show in Africa. Tanya? Oh, Tanya, you're on mute.
Yes, sorry. Yeah. So I'm
no problem. We'll do a little restart.
Okay. So thank you, Kim. Hello, everybody. I'm Tanya, and I'm in charge of the ISSA Pulire Clean Africa show that will be held in Lagos from the 16th to the 18th of November at the Modern Landmark Center. So it will be an international event representative of professional cleaning, facility management, car wash, pest control, and laundry in Nigeria and neighboring countries, and will be co-located with Raw Expo Africa, dedicated to recycling and waste management. Now we will briefly see together the reason why we have selected Nigeria as a top market where to invest and which are the opportunities for our sector. So Nigeria is an emerging country in a rapidly developing part of the world where the need for cleaning has become a fundamental pillar required to sustain the integrated modernization process. Nigeria is also the most populous country in Africa with over 21 million people, and due to high population, is the home to commercial hubs in West Africa. A very significant figure for our sector is the value of the Nigerian facility management industry that, according to Allied Market Research, reached almost $8,500 in 2018 and projected to reach more than $12 million by 2027. Registering a compound annual growth rate of 6.4% from 2020 to 2027. So these services have revolutionized commercial and industrial buildings by maximizing returns on real estate investment for owners through value-added programs and superior management expertise. Moreover, Nigeria is Africa's largest economy with gross domestic product of 440 billion and the third host economy for foreign direct investment in Africa after Egypt and Ethiopia. Also, hospitality is growing with an increase of 20% in 2018 that is expected to grow even further in the next 5 years by a 12% compound increase. So now a few words on Lagos that will host the show. Lagos is the largest city of Nigeria with a population of more than 50 million people. It is the center of the country and has growing technologies industries, a booming tourism and hospitality industry. It is the perfect city to host the event. So ISSA Polyurethane Africa will offer a platform to promote the most innovative and advanced cleaning practices, products, technologies, and services to potential buyers in West Africa. I hope you will join us in this challenging event. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Tanya. And thank you to all of our speakers today. That was definitely a very informative and we hope valuable presentations on a tour around the world of the opportunities in the global cleaning industry. So we truly value your time and we thank you for being a part of taking time out of your day to be with us and to learn more about what we within our partnership with ISSA Informa have to offer. So we will be sending everyone a copy of the presentation. You'll definitely receive all the contact information of all of the region representatives that you heard from today. And then we've also put together a nice one-page report that will kind of give you an economic and somewhat of an overview of each of these regions. So that will be sent out to you and you'll probably be looking to receive that next week. But I don't know, Amy, were there any questions at all? I wanted to definitely get back to anyone if there was anything that came up during the presentations.
No, we did not. We got a few comments just thanking us for the presentation, but yeah, we're good.
Good. All right. Well, again, thank you to everybody. I hope around the world that we'll get to see you. And hopefully most of you will get to see you coming up in Chicago at our ISSA show North America. So enjoy, have a wonderful day, and keep a lookout for all of that important information to be emailed to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.